You are looking live at TT Cranny Field, home of the Grinnell Tigers, for a key District 3A6 matchup between the 1-6 Grinnell Tigers and the 6-1 Carlisle Wildcats. Yes, it's cold outside, but who cares? The Tigers are hungry on senior night to take down a Carlisle team that has their hopes set on a playoff run if they can get through tonight. But Grinnell will give them a tough test before they head back home next week to take on Norwalk, which should be a deciding game based on the impact of this game if Carlisle can go on to the playoffs. Hello everyone, I'm Blake Walker along with my partner Dan Walker. Got a good game here tonight. Like I said, Grinnell hosting Carlisle. Wildcats come in as heavy favorites, but the Tigers on senior night. It's Friday the 13th. Anything can happen tonight.
It can, you know, you could look at it as bad luck for the Tigers, or you could look at it as good luck for the Tigers and bad luck for Carlisle. I've seen many things happen on these off nights like this, especially where Carlisle is a team that they need to keep winning to stay in the playoff.
Definitely should be an interesting game tonight. As you look at both teams, Carlisle has had their fair season so far indeed. Got a win against Valor to start the season, beat Gilbert, beat Nevada. Their only loss came to Pella on the September 15th. They lost 45-21 at home to Pella. But ever since then, they've just been on a roll. They beat Knoxville by 20, and in the past two games against North Polk and Bondurant, both wins, they won 31-0 and 45-0, so they haven't given up points in their last two games. And like I said, next week is so big, considering the impact of tonight, because Carlisle and Norwalk are tied for that second spot, and the winner will go to the second round, or the first round of the playoffs, deciding on what happens tonight. And
that puts a lot of pressure with their one loss being Pella. You know, some of the Norwalk, or Pella's, some of their losses, they're out of the district, so their loss don't really count against them, where they're basically sitting undefeated in the district.
And Pella lost to number 5th in the state ranked Dallas Center Grimes at the beginning of the season. So, like you said, a good loss. As for the Tigers here on senior night, it hasn't been the greatest season, but you take the best that you could get out of it. They lost to South Tama to start the season, lost to Oskaloosa, and then here at home beat North Polk 24-23 in a double overtime thriller. And then they went on a 3-game streak where they just couldn't put a point up on the board. Bondurant, Farrar, Pella, and Norwalk. And then last week in a rainy, soggy, wet game in Nevada, they lost 23-9. They were leading going into the fourth quarter, just could not survive the elements, and they couldn't get away there with a win. They get Carlisle here at night for the last regular season home game of the year. We won't be seeing them in playoff action, so this will be the last time we'll see them take the field here at TT Cranny. And then next week they'll head to Knoxville to take on the Panthers in what should be a really good game. We take a look at the quarterback situation for Carlisle, and the Wildcats are led by senior Max Goodyear, and Max thrown for 761 yards on the season, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Not that bad at all.
No, it isn't. And when you see that you have the passing yards like that for Grinnell, you always have to have the worry is what can we do in our secondary, and especially in that cornerback and safety position, can we defend a quarterback that likes to air it out like that? Because they definitely have the yardage that they put up in the air. And the worst thing is not only is the quarterback a good throwing quarterback, he's also a pretty darn good rushing quarterback too. So that shows me that may even have a little bit of option set inside.
Well, like we said, it's cold. It's 56 degrees here, but the wind gust is what's really getting it. Winds at about 8 miles an hour out of the, what are we looking at? Northeast. So had a little bit of
8 miles an hour.
Yeah, had a little bit of mist come through during the freshman game. Speaking of the freshmen, they won 21-6. That game is still being processed here on YouTube, but should be up soon, or it is on YouTube here, so we'll have that out soon. As Carlisle walks onto the field here, Grinnell will start running out here soon. As for Grinnell's quarterback situation, the split between Tanner Strand and Drew Kaufman, both of them combined yardage have 22 completions on 70 passing attempts, 272 yards, and 4 interceptions and only 1 touchdown on the season. So we'll just have to see what happens here tonight. Last week, Palmer Schulte played a little bit of quarterback, so we'll see what they do here tonight, and hopefully Grinnell can put a little bit of a fight against this Carlisle team who takes the field right now. This Carlisle team full of experienced players. As the Tigers take the field as well. Also, fireworks going off. Yeah. That's what that sound is. Grinnell takes the field wearing the black helmets, black uniforms, and the white pants, a combination we haven't seen from them yet this year. So we'll have to see what happens there. As we are just about a minute away from kickoff, Grinnell will send out their captains. All right, crowd here. Student section is quite full for the Tigers. Grinnell's defense did well last week after what we saw against Nevada.
On the other side, so it's giving a big glitch.
All right, so the coin toss is over. I think Grinnell's will be receiving to start. I can't be for sure.
A little bit of a glitch out there on the scoreboard.
Trying to set it back up. Fixing it back up here. And Grinnell will be kicking to open this game here tonight. So the Tigers will come out ready to kick this one off to start this game. And it's hoping to be a good one. Grinnell looking to pull a huge upset tonight over Carlisle. A good Carlisle team, if at that. So, we'll see what happens here. So here we go. Still a few miscommunications here. They're going to get the football out here. Yeah, McFarland will get ready to send this one into the air. And here we go. Ball is set. Whistle is blown. McFarland plants his foot, and we are underway in TT Cranny. This thing will sail high up in the air, and Carlisle will take it at about the 12-yard line. He runs into a herd of defenders and is finally tripped down, and Grinnell's defense will take over. Carlisle comes out offensively. So like we said, Goodhue, the quarterback, Max Goodhue, the senior quarterback here. We'll see him under center. Looks like the same play offense we saw in that freshman game. Wide receiver in motion. He runs to the left side. This will be a handoff up the middle for Carlisle. He breaks through a tackle, fighting through defenders, and he's going to be driven down, and that'll bring up second down.
Nice swarm of Tigers in there by Garrett James, Alex Farmer.
Good defensive pressure right up the middle. And just like we saw in that freshman game, that little fullback dive up the middle. One wide receiver out right here. Goodhue under center. Two backs behind him. It's another handoff up the middle, and that'll be enough for the first down, maybe. Just short.
Brett Clayton, Garrett James in on the tackle.
And it is. First down and 10 for Carlisle. They move the chains.
Big, strong offensive line. They have a good stride right off the snap, and you see what goes on. Just
first down at 10, 43-yard line is where Carlisle sits. Goodhue under center. Another fullback dive, and he's going to break away. Steps away from a tackle. He keeps going, cuts back across the field, and that's going to be a good gain. Might be a first down. He could be just short. Number 44, Kaysen Pickering.
Corbin Klein finally chased him down, got a good tackle there. A few missed tackles right off the side.
They're going to call him just short. So this will be second down and a yard.
Looks like they're going to do a measure maybe.
And they are. They're going to measure this. It looks short.
Yeah, from where we're standing, but there again, it's so deceiving.
And it is short.
That's what you call inches.
Yeah. Football is a game of inches. So this will bring up second down in inches for the Wildcats.
Looks like that front defensive line in there. There's Wilbur White, Garrett James. Kevin Warner's in there with them. Nick Pop on this side for a defensive end.
Goodhue under center. Pickering in the backfield. Man in motion. The ball is fumbled just a little bit. And did Grinnell get back on it?
That Corbin Klein looked
yes,
like
it
he
is.
was right on there.
And it is Grinnell football. Huge turnover for the Tigers.
Excellent job.
He kind of tripped. It was kind of a...
He did, you know, but we had a really good hit on him right off the bat, and the Tigers took advantage of that and had their head up, found the ball.
If you want momentum, there you go. Let's see if this offense can get rolling. Strand is the quarterback under center. Miller is one of the backs back there. Schulte in motion. It's going to be a toss outside to Farmer. Farmer looking deep. Over the top. This is going to be incomplete. Ethan Kirby was the intended receiver.
Pretty good looking pass, really. I mean, that
was Palmer Schulte who threw that.
Farmer Schulte threw that up, which we saw him playing a little bit of quarterback in the Nevada game.
I like the play to start. Second down and 10. Strand under center again. He's got the I formation. This will be a handoff going right to Schulte. Schulte tries to cut through a hole, and he's met by a swarm of defenders. Probably didn't even get a yard. This will bring up third down and 10. It's going to be huge for Grinnell tonight to move the football, especially against such a good defense that is Carlisle, who hasn't given up a point in 2 games.
Right now they're looking pretty good. They switched out the Drew Kaufman in there, quarterback.
Kaufman, the quarterback, steps back to throw on third down to 9. It's a screen play. They dump it off down into Farmer. Farmer's cutting upfield. Farmer into the green, and he's going to go down. Huge first down, and Grinnell's got momentum.
Nice little look for Drew right across the center. Then Carlisle wasn't really looking for it. Alex had some nice run in there, open up field, and broke a couple tackles.
Grinnell jumps out with the screenplay, something we haven't seen in a while. First down at 10, Grinnell at the 25. Kaufman still the quarterback. And
got an equipment issue maybe?
Possibly. Not sure what it is right here.
Yeah, I think they were commenting something about Drew's pants. Either didn't look like he had his pads in or something, but he's such a tall guy, he hikes his pants up, it's hard to see.
Kaufman in the shotgun. He'll hand this one off middle. Farmer, or is that Schulte? Man, they both have that 4 in them. Believe that's Schulte.
That was Schulte on that carry.
Schulte has a nice little gain. Second down and 8 from the 23, 9-9 remaining. One wide receiver out here left. It's Warren. Strand under center. Strand, handoff, Schulte. Gets through a small hole. Not going to be a lot, though. And this will be third down.
Well, much like we saw in the Nevada game, the offense is moving the ball. And,
right.
You know, minor mistakes made in the Nevada game, actually, that's what the score ended up being. It's kind of decisive to see that score in the Nevada game because the Tigers really did play a lot better game than what was on the board. Strand
under center. It'll be a handoff left. And Schulte trying to get to the corner. He can't get there. He's wrapped down for about a loss of 1. Fourth down upcoming. Now, do you send out Wyatt Dillon to try this field goal? Or let's see what Grinnell does here. Trenton Miller coming out, Kaufman coming in, so expect pass.
We really haven't seen a lot of what Kyle could put his foot into it, so I'd say that we're probably just going to try to get a little yardage here. And
fourth down and 8 from the 23-yard line. Kaufman will stand in the gun. He had a pass against South Tama earlier this year for a touchdown. He'll set back to throw, fires out near sideline. Strand with the catch, and Strand is not going to go that far. The ball comes out, and Carlisle's on it. Ball security is huge. Strand just loses that one. It would have been a fourth down or turnover anyway, but
you could just see it right when the Carlisle linebacker got up on top of him. They were already trying to strip the ball, so it's just critical that you're putting 2 hands on that ball and you're wrapping it and holding it tight to your body.
So despite everything that Grinnell did on that drive, both defenses have converted a turnover. So first down 10 for the 29.
I like what I see. That was some good football come out by the Grinnell Tigers. And
handoff to the middle. Carlisle gets drilled. What a huge hit over the top.
Was that Palmer Schulte that put the nail on that guy?
That was a huge hit. Number 25, the ball carrier, Connor Smith. Met him in the backfield, or met him at about the line of scrimmage. He did get 5 yards, though. And this is second down and 5 from the 34.
Which I think they're going to hand the ball to Smith. You know, going to date, he has like 625 yards rushing, so that's pretty impressive.
It's a handoff again. This is Peckerin takes that one to the right side. That's going to be a first down.
Trent Miller picked him up really good on that side, and I like what I'm seeing. The tackling is improving, and even for being a little bit damp out there, it's not really affecting their footing much.
Good U under center. They're going to have a false start. False start on Carlisle. This will move it back to a first down and 15 situation. Moving back to the 37-yard line.
I hate to see mistakes on either side of the field, but I like mistakes like that. Anything that helps out the Tigers and pushes a team back a little bit, stops that momentum.
Right. 6:26 left here in the first quarter. First down at 15 for Carlisle. Tied ball game at 0. Goodhue under center. It'll be a handoff up the middle, and he is driven back. Grinnell made sure he didn't go too far. Second down.
Great job, Garrett James in there, Trenton Miller, Wilbert White. Nice solid hitting and wrapping, execution on those tackles. That's what we need to see from that Tiger defense.
Second down at 15 yards to go. Goodhue back to throw. Fires over the top. This is going to be caught. Schulte gives chase. We got a flag in the backfield, and it's still breaking downfield. He's still on his feet. Can he be caught? Kirby's going to be there to wait for him, and he's going to get in. Maybe the ball came out. Grinnell hops on it. There's a flag.
Out, but I think that thing's coming right
yeah,
back
that
here.
was a...
Looked like a holding.
Yeah. Wilbur was grabbing his face mask as if it had been tugged. We have a penalty marker way back here. This thing's coming back. Number 87, Cole Henderson, was the one there taking that one the distance, but it's not going to be enough. A little bit of wasted energy as this is a flag in the backfield. Grinnell catches a break. And Cole just went over the middle, and Schulte couldn't get there.
And Henderson, he's another one that looks like the call comes out holding on Carlisle, so a good break for the Tigers. Henderson has some pretty good stats coming in this ball game. He's no stranger to catching the ball. He's got 5 touchdowns on the year so far.
So second down and long way to go. Second down, 27. Goodhue will sit under center here. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And it's a run up the middle, and he's driven down. Nice job of the defense to keep fighting there. This will bring up third down.
Yeah, good hit. Garrett James in there, Corbin Klein. They had good penetration. Just breaking down and finding that ball is what they need to concentrate on.
They get him in a third down and long situation. Third down and 24.
Right now it looks like Warner down there, White, Corbin Klein, Nick Pop on the far side, defensive end. Short side is Garrett James here. Corbin Klein's on this side.
They spread him out, 4 wide receivers. Goodhue rolls out, pumps, still looking, chased down by Pop, and he breaks away, fires downfield, and that is incomplete. Is that an interception?
I think that might be it.
They're going to say he was down.
That's too bad.
That could have. It's hard to see from over here, but Ethan, I think, really thinks that should have been a pick.
From our advantage, even the coaches on the sideline look like they thought it should have been a caught ball.
Nonetheless, no instant replay in high school, and Carlisle sends out a whole new team, basically, to get ready for this punt.
Who do we have back here? Alex Farmer?
Looks like it. Nice hold. Punt is on the way. Farmer waits for it and takes it. Farmer makes a juke move. Still going. Runs up the middle of the field, and he's brought down. What a move. Broke that guy's ankles.
Great one. All year, that's one thing that Alex Farmer has continued to get better and better and better is punt returns and kick returns. And anytime you can get positive yardage in your return of that ball, that's a plus for the offense to start out.
So first down and 10 from the 45. Grinnell's defense staying a little consistent here. Strand will sit under center. It's a handoff. Schulte's going right. Breaks through a hole for about 2 yards. Second down and 8.
One thing I'm liking, I like to see right now is what Shipley's doing. He's switching quarterbacks. They're going back and forth. You're seeing a different look being thrown at him. And right now we're going to see it. It looks like Schulte's going to be at the helm. And, you know, the magic you throw into it is Palmer, his legs. He's a runner.
This whole left side of the field really doesn't have anyone here. Schulte keeps it himself. Gets through a hole. Nice little gain there. That'll be about 3rd down and 2 upcoming.
Yeah,
Fake the handoff.
Like about 2.
Like you said, the different play calling here is really keeping Carlisle guessing. A quick 3rd down here. 3rd down about 3. Schulte keeps it himself, tries to get up the middle, and he's going to be short. Maybe by a yard. And it looks like Grinnell is going to punt this. Yes, they will.
The ultimate surprise, and I hope we keep looking at this. I think it's going to catch Carlisle, because when you're a linebacker or you're a safety trying to figure out what's going on, whether it's Drew, you see a tall kid in there, it's going to throw the ball. Now Palmer's going to have a quick option run. Going back with Tanner's quick feet. I think it's a good look that Coach Shipley's throwing out there.
Timeout, Shipley wants one, and Grinnell might think about this. They are just about, I'd say, inches from that 1st down marker.
Well, we've definitely seen some pretty good success on 4th down conversions off of punts for these guys.
.245 left here in the 1st quarter. Grinnell's tied at 0 with Carlisle. Their defense hasn't been bad, and their offense has definitely thrown some different plays out there that keeps Carlisle guessing.
I really haven't seen any faults out there. I mean,
no.
Both sides of the field, you've had a fumble go different ways. The offense is moving the ball. We've seen the pass go up in the air. I think it's a good look that Grinnell's throwing at him tonight. It's definitely different. And whether we are looking at 6 games that are finally coming together or what we could figure out for an offense here, but we're playing a very good team. So.
Right. So 4th down and 1. The Tigers keep them on the field. And it looks like Schulte will stay the quarterback. This might be a punt. Maybe. Let's see. Carlisle looking to send blitz. Here comes Farmer in motion. Schulte fires over the top and...
Oh, throw it.
There's the flag. Pass interference. That was a good call over the top.
He had his hands...
all the way around him. Nick was already being pulled down before the ball even got to him. I like the play call. That worked.
That was a nice little quick pass over the center. And, well, I think we saw in Nevada, Nick had 2 or 3 catches there.
Had great.
He's a big target, and he actually catch the ball, but it's hard to catch the ball when someone's holding your hands down around your waist.
Yeah. He was being pulled down as that ball was thrown, but it's such a good fake because there's no quarterback out there. You'd think it's going to be a run on an inches, but they hit him over the top. I mean, it was a pass interference, but nonetheless, Grinnell's going to get 15 yards out of this thing.
Well, Palmer Schulte actually showed a little poise there, and he stayed tight. And that's exactly what you need to get over the hump.
So 1st down and 10 from the 30. Grinnell once again sits in sits in Carlisle territory there. And this will be Schulte again, the quarterback. Farmer in motion to the right. Schulte keeps it himself, cuts up field, and has a nice little gain. I like these keepers.
I do too. You know, it's what you're seeing out there is with Farmer in motion, I think it's almost setting up as where do they go to? Because Palmer almost could give that as a handoff to Farmer and take it around the outside. Both of them being tailback, fullback, slot back positions, they could turn in and block for each other. Where a lot of times you don't want to throw your quarterback out there as a blocking back, but
2nd down and 5. Farmer, the motion man. Schulte rolls out, looking over the top, and Nick Pop can't get there. It's picked off. They're going to say it was inbounds, and Henderson gets in front of it and picks that one out of the sky.
Which that's not an unusual thing for Henderson. He has 3 interceptions on the year already, so that makes number 4.
But once again, despite the play call is interesting. Schulte was able to get that ball downfield. Wasn't the greatest on-target pass, but nonetheless.
Well, and that I look at that as a minor mistake. That's pretty heavy coverage there.
So now Carlisle will sit at their own 4-yard line. Which probably isn't where they want to be. Goodhue under center. It's going to be a handoff, and he's going to be driven back. Is that a safety?
Yeah, he's got to be.
He's short. He's almost there.
1-yard line or half-yard line.
We got a man down for the Tigers. Who is it?
I just can't see the number.
Yeah. You're saying this thing's on the 2. I hate to say it, but Carlisle, the way they've played, it's almost like they're going to bait Grinnell to try a blitz. Because if these fullback dives are just there. Whoever it is gets up. And we'll get ready to get back going here.
I can't tell. You know, I don't see Farmer out there. I can't see. Is that maybe Corbin Klein?
Yeah,
52
looks like
maybe
it.
Looks
Yeah.
like.
All right, 2nd down at 12. Carlisle's got their back up against the wall. You know this Tiger defense is hungry. 1:24 left here in the first quarter.
Right now, I don't think we're worried about how we get points. Oh,
and we're going to get a false start.
Yep,
so this pushes them even farther.
It'd be half the distance of the goal on that one.
If Grinnell has ever been gifted with a good opportunity to make something happen, this is it right here. And you got your power in there. Wilbur White, Sean Jackson back in there.
That defensive line just got to put the hammer down. We're looking for a
handoff.
Oh,
he's driven down. Is that a safety?
So close.
Grabbed his, looked like his collar of his jersey, and we get 3rd down at 13. That has to be at the half-yard line.
And they have the marker just inches right off the goal line. 3rd down, Tiger defense. Let's make a big play here.
3rd down and 13 from the half-yard line. Carlisle has their back way up against the wall. Goodhue. And do we have another false start?
I think they did on this right-hand side, number 76. I don't know how you could go much more half than half of the goal line.
You have to put it on the line. I mean, really, they're not hurting themselves. You could keep jumping all you want, but here we go. 3rd down at 13. Carlisle, think about it again.
Again, they got White, Jackson, Garrett James up there. Trenton Miller's just looking. He's showing blitz right up that center pocket right there.
Goodhue under the center position. They hand off. He's going to be driven. And is that a safety?
I think it is.
Yes, it is. Maybe.
They going to call it?
Maybe. Let's see what they say here. No, they're not. They're going to call it 4th down.
The Tiger crowd is just going nuts.
That'll do it for the end of the first quarter. Carlisle escapes. They still have to punt, but nonetheless, after 1, I don't think a lot of people saw this coming. It's 0-0. Grinnell is tied with Carlisle. So the Tigers can't get the safety. It honestly felt like they had one, because that is borderline near. But nonetheless, they still got to be down at the half-yard line.
Yeah, I don't think they got across. The way that the Tiger defensive line was really pushing hard there. You know, the big thing is right now is that we can't make a mental mistake. I mean, really, it's only 1st and 13 for the Carlisle Wildcats.
So 4th down and 13. Their punter is ready. Farmer is back to receive this one. Man, if Grinnell can get their hands on this one. Wilbur hurrying in defensively. Here's the snap. Gets the punt away. Farmer is back there. Farmer has to run forward for it. Catches the punt. He's headed near sideline. He breaks a few tackles. Still going. Still going. Is he going to be caught? And he's going to fall down. Is that a touchdown? Yes, it is.
Well, Tiger touchdown.
Alex Farmer takes the punt back. But we do have a flag on this right side of the field down here. You'd think it'd be on.
Well, if anything, it may be.
Carlisle takes their punting team off.
It may be a hold. That's a penalty on the Tigers. I can't see what the call is, though.
So it's
obviously a 15-yard penalty. Did they call roughing the punter, maybe?
Maybe. So no touchdown, but Grinnell does have good field position. They still get to keep the ball.
No, I think that's Carlisle's ball, isn't it? Or
no, Grinnell's in the huddle.
Is it Grinnell's ball?
Grinnell's in the huddle.
Oh, so
All
I bet what they did, they called holding, and it was from the point after the interception, or excuse me, the return, and then the 10-yard penalty.
Strand handoff to Farmer. That was broken as they ran into each other.
Miscommunication there in the background. I think they're still in a matter of kind of stirred up a little bit from the penalty and trying to get their bearings all back straight.
Second down and 13 from the 22. Strand under center. He's got Miller, and then I believe that's Schulte in the backfield. And the ball is fumbled. Or it looked like the ball was fumbled. It wasn't. Just miscommunication again. Third down and 13. Kaufman is the quarterback. 2 wide receivers, right, 2 left. Kaufman. Farmer coming in motion to the left. Kaufman back to throw. He's going to look over the top. Strand can't catch it. I think that could have been caught.
Yeah, it could have. You know, there again, Carlisle has really good tight coverage, and against that 87, I believe that's Cole Henderson. He's a tall guy, and Tanner's a little bit on the shorter side of that, so you're kind of competing against height.
Grinnell's going to try this field goal here.
Nope, looks like they're going for it. Oh, they are.
Yeah. Wyatt Dillon going to try his longest field goal of the season. They're sitting at the 22-yard line. Here's the snap, hold, kick on the way, and it is good.
3 points. The Tigers are on the board first.
So forget the scoring drought that Carlisle has held their opponents to. Grinnell takes the lead off of Wyatt Dillon's field goal, 3-0. Grinnell leads Carlisle.
great effort there by the Tiger offense. You know, it's in their heart not to give up, and they're doing an excellent job.
Defense has got to stay up on top of things like they have been.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job. They've been clogging up that center for Carlisle. You know, we watched it in the freshman game, and their varsity's playing about the same offense.
Right. So from almost having the safety to getting the field goal, Grinnell's looking pretty solid right now. As Gavin McFarland, I believe, will be out to kick this one back. And it is going to be Gavin. So 10:26 left here in the second quarter. Grinnell leads 3-0 over Carlisle.
Pretty good feeling. We're sitting right here at TT Cranny Field on senior night. The crowd's getting into it, the team's getting into it, and we're the first ones on the board.
McFarland will send this one deep, and it'll be taken by the Wildcats. He'll take this thing upfield, makes a little move, still breaking free as he gets down, and he's going to finally be wrapped down, and the Wildcats will take over.
Corbin Klein and Wyatt Dillon, the kicker, come up there and stop that on the sideline.
All right, so they'll start from the 33-yard line here. 3-0, Grinnell leads. Jackson and White switch. Goodhue rolls out right, looking across the middle. This will be caught by Peckerin. Peckerin heading upfield, and he's going to be wrapped down out of bounds. First down. They go the air.
Tiger defense, we got a pretty good-sized front line in there. Brett Clayton, they moved him off to the right-hand tackle. Wilbur White is on the left-hand tackle, and Jackson putting the pressure there in the center. And maybe that's just enough that it's stopping them up on that center run play like they hitting.
Handoff middle. Here's a big breakthrough. Wow, what a run by number 25, Connor Smith. He never stopped driving.
Alex Farmer kind of grabbed both feet as he was going through there and stopped that thing if it turned into a touchdown.
First down and 10 at the 39-yard line of Grinnell. Goodhue under center. It'll be a quick handoff and met immediately driven down. Nice gain of about 3.
Wilbur White, Corbin Klein back in there after a short little timeout.
9:30 left here in this first half. Second down 6 at the 35.
Looks like we're short one guy. I think Corbin Klein thought he was supposed to go out and maybe Brett Clayton was supposed to be in, but luckily enough we got the timeout called, so we didn't lose anything on the being a short man on the field.
So timeout.
Well, I guarantee sitting at 9:27 left in the second quarter that the Carlisle Wildcats did not think they'd be in this position right now, being down 3-0.
for a team that averages 40-some points a game. Being shut out here in the first quarter. Definitely probably not what they had in mind.
All right, looks like we got that Tiger defense straightened back out. Corbin Klein, Wilbur White, Jackson in on the other side.
2nd down 6 at the 35-yard line. And this is a carry up the middle. Might be a first down.
Jackson and Kirby in on there. Kirby comes up with a little bit of a, I don't know if it's like, oh, got a shoestring undone. Kind of an unusual night here at TT Cranny. They got a little bit of a fog setting in, 56 degrees, and the wind's actually kind of 8 miles out of the northeast.
Yeah. 3rd down and 1 from the 30. Goodhue under center. He's going to have 2 backs behind him. He'll hand off straight to Hickerson, and ball came out at the end of that one.
Yes, it did.
Are they going to say he was down?
Well, we got Tigers in the backfield saying they got their hands on the ball, but I think they did call him down.
Yeah. First down. First down 10 at the 22. Carlisle trying to make a drive here. Goodhue under center. Has a man come in motion. It'll be a handoff up the middle to Pickerson. Pickerson breaking tackles, still on his feet. Can he be brought down? Yes, he will, but not before he has a great gain. First down to 10.
Really strong run in there. Alex Farmer and Ethan Kirby on the stop.
Now Carlisle starting to move.
Pickery's not shy to carry that ball at all.
8:16 left here. Goodhue handoff. This one's going to Smith. Smith can't break through. And that is a touchdown, Carlisle. Broke through the tackle.
Just a quick pitch out to the left-hand side, and Grinnell's done such a great job of stuffing that center line up that sometimes you have overcommitment. Carlisle's just pretty much been trying to pound it right down the center.
Right.
And, it's...
Carlisle will line up for the kick here. Snap, hold, kick on the way, and it is good. 7-3. Carlisle leads over Grinnell. So Carlisle goes downfield, nice drive. Grinnell's defense couldn't hold, but nonetheless, still a close ball game. .806 remaining here in the first half. Temperatures down to still 57.
56 degrees.
So Carlisle will get ready to kick this one off. The Wildcats. Tigers got 2 men back and a lot up here on the line. And he plants his foot and booches this one up. And it'll bounce out of bounds. And I think Shipley kind of knew that was coming. He told his line to move up.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to get, what, 5 or 10 yards on the point of that where it actually went out?
Yeah.
Because it kicked out of bounds.
Nice call there. So that moves the Tigers up. And still 7-3, like we said. Strand is the quarterback under center. He'll hand this one off. Schulte gets through the middle and is stuffed. Hard to find any running lanes so far.
That Carlisle line, they're pretty big boys in there too. Definitely have two linebackers that put on the numbers of solo tackles for the year also.
Warren is the one lone receiver out here to the right. Two backs behind Strand. Here comes Farmer to the right in motion. Strand toss outside. Schulte with the one-handed grab. He makes a good cut and gets upfield and runs into a herd of defenders. Good thing that wasn't a fumble.
Yeah, a little bit behind him, but Farmer Schulte's pretty quick with the hands there. Brought it back in and actually got a yard, so I can't complain about it.
3rd down and about 9. 3rd down and 8. 7 minutes left here in the first half. Strand under center. And we're going to have false start or legal formation.
I can't tell if maybe someone was lined up offsides right off the bat.
False start. Penalty sets Grinnell back. So this will be about 3rd down and 13 as Drew comes out here for offense of quarterback. And what do we got here?
I think they're trying to get the clock right, maybe.
.624 left is what it says right now. It's 3rd down at 13.
It looks like they're trying to get the right time.
Take 20 seconds added on. So now it's 6:44 left. Kaufman's still in on a 3rd down and long situation for the Tigers. He's got Pop out here to the left, 3 out to the right. Kaufman sets back to throw in the gun. Under pressure, he'll step up on the run. Tries to make a man miss and doesn't go too far.
Yeah, looks like he got about 4 yards, maybe 5 on the carry.
So Grinnell will punt here for Strand. Strand gets the hold, sends this one deep, and this one will be taken on the run. Henderson's got speed, cuts it, hurdles over a defender. And that'll be at about the 50-yard line.
Wyatt Dillon right in there, picked him up, and Corbin Klein was over there. I know they may be good athletes, but at any time I just hate to see someone in the high school making leaps and jumps like that. It just opens yourself up for some type of injury.
6:06 remaining, 1st down and 10. Carlisle has the ball back. Had a little bit of a slow start. And once again, refs have a little bit of miscommunication. Ball is on the 50. Goodhue is the quarterback under center. He's going to have 2 backs. Hand off. And I think that was Pickering with a nice carry there, 9 yards.
Just a little bit of breakdown on this right-hand side. I think offensive line had a little isolation play on Wilbur White, kind of took him out of the play on that one.
Handoff, Pickering has a hole, makes a move, he's still on his feet, and he's finally ribboned down. Miller on the stop there. Carlisle seemed to have a little bit of momentum here. So they're moving down the field once again. First down 10.
I don't know if we're just starting to show a little bit of fatigue there, but seems like Carlisle's definitely figuring out the big guys right on the front line.
A little bit of a fumbled snap. Goodhue takes it himself, though. He's still going to break a few tackles. Goodhue makes a move and gets a great block, and he is gone. Touchdown, Carlisle. That was a broken play, and he still took it the distance.
Well, the motion of the whole play was actually going to the right, and when they had a little bit of a mismatch there inside, he turned around and quick on his feet and made a big play out of it.
So Carlisle 13-3. They're going to go for the field goal here to try to make this a 14-3 game. Snap, kick is good. 14-3. Carlisle extends their lead over Grinnell. Well, like you said, maybe a little bit of fatigue there.
Well, when you're one-sided, when your defense is on the field more than your offense, you're going to start to have that effect come into play.
Right.
And definitely where Grinnell is a smaller team where we're playing a lot of guys both ways, that it just beats you up either way. Need to see a little bit of momentum here. Maybe we could get Alex Farmer to take a good run here, just like on that punt return. They got called back on penalty, but I think they really have it in them.
Carlisle will get ready to kick this one back to Grinnell. Here's the boot back. It's going to take a bounce. Grinnell has to hop on it, and they do.
Yeah, Grinnell caught it. Can't see who was that. 32. Bryson Klein jumped on the ball there. It wasn't even really much that it was a wet ball or a drop ball. It was just a point that took an odd bounce on him.
Right. Strand under center. It'll be a handoff to Schulte going left, and he's met and put down in the backfield. Other games going on tonight. Nevada taking on Norwalk. Pella takes on North Polk. Obviously Grinnell and Carlisle here. And then Knoxville and Bondurant taking on each other.
Yeah, hopefully at halftime we'll have some scores we could check from you on the ticker.
Second down at 14. Strand. Handoff. Schulte left again, and it's just not working.
Right there was the first time that I've seen that wetness might come into play. He made his cut, his foot just slipped on him.
Third down at 14.
Right now we're at the point that offensive line just needs to stick their heels in the ground, and we need to go forward on this play.
Kaufman is the quarterback. Sends Farmer in motion to the left. Kaufman back to throw, fires over the middle. This is going to be caught.
Yes, he brought that in.
Yeah, I think he's short.
No, I think he got a first down.
Let's see.
Moving the flakes.
Yes, it is. First down. Nice throw by Kaufman.
A little bit of bobble there, but Drew's got kind of a cannon on him, so that's for the guy who's catching the ball. They just got to recognize that.
They keep Drew in the game here. Kaufman back to throw again. Pressure coming. It's another screen play, and that time Carlisle picked it off, and the big number lineman, number 57, is going back the other way. Great tackle by Drew to make sure he doesn't go, but nonetheless, screen play didn't work.
That was pretty amazing. That big old lineman there, number 57, just got his hands up in the air. I think he even had to stop and take a look. Is the ball in my hands?
Yeah. They sniffed it out.
57, Tommy Jones for Carlisle on the interception there. Defensive lineman.
So Carlisle has great field position, and we're going to have a flag for possible sideline warning. And it is sideline warning on Carlisle. A little too excited there.
Well, it's not every day a lineman
No.
gets
cool
an
when it
interception,
happens.
so you have a little celebration on that.
3:33 left here in the first half. Goodhue under center, hands this one off to Peckerin, and Peckerin is gone. Powers in, touchdown, Carlisle.
Pretty strong runner from their tailback. He didn't stop running and just put his shoulder down and bounced a few people off his legs.
Momentum now has definitely shifted over to the Carlisle side. As they'll try for the extra point here. Snap, kick is good. 21-3. Carlisle extends their lead over the Tigers. With 3:27 left here in the first quarter, or first half.
Right now, I think if you're the Tigers, you have to look. I think we're sitting 3:27 left here in the first half. Is try to regroup that team, get some positive thoughts back in their head, and let's see if we could do something to move the ball up the field. Not necessarily looking for a touchdown, but touchdowns always brings the inspiration up of the whole team. But we just need to have positive movement up the field to show that we are doing something good. And I think that's the goal.
3:27 left. Grinnell trails Carlisle 21-3 throughout the first half.
So far, we really have not seen Carlisle put the ball deep, although it does look like the kicker's back for a good solid run this time.
And they thought about kicking it. Interesting fake there.
Is that possible they called delay a game on kick team?
And they send this one deep. Farmer lets it one go past him. He's got to jump on it, and he does. Took an awkward bounce. And we got a flag, and it might be a late hit.
Yeah, I think it was there on number 56.
And that sideline is not happy. Grinnell isn't. Drew Kaufman comes back out for quarterback.
Well, besides for that missed pass there, and I think it was just kind of that defensive lineman, right place, right time. Drew was showing a little momentum at the quarterback position, and for some reason the official keeps getting on him about his pants being hiked up over his kneecaps there.
2:58 left. Grinnell will start from the 30. Here's Kaufman. Rolling out to the near far sideline. He's in trouble. Gets drilled, and the ball comes incomplete.
Just a little clarification, if you're thinking that the monitor is a little bit blurry, what you're seeing is fog starting to set in here at TT Cranny Field.
Second down at 10 for the 30. Kaufman still the quarterback here. Low snap, sets back to throw, looks near sideline, and Schulte wasn't looking for it. It's a learning process. Drew has a good arm, like you said. It's just a matter of time.
Anytime you run more than one quarterback, two quarterbacks, or as we're seeing tonight already, three quarterbacks, all three of them throw the ball. It's always different from the receiver. How is that ball going to be coming to him? Is he looking at me? It's a whole different story. But
Schulte tripped up. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Fourth down. And Carlisle might and will get a timeout here. So timeout, Carlisle. Grinnell trails 21-3.
Right now, I think the biggest thing for the Tigers is just get that ball punted out of there, get them down the other side of the field so they can have a little bit of a breather, and then try to put that Tiger defense on there and make a good solid attack.
I agree. Halftime, beginning of halftime, we'll be announcing all the seniors here on senior night for Grinnell. Back out on the field, Tanner Strand, the junior, will get ready to punt this thing off. Snap, kick is up, nice spiral, heading back the other way. Henderson lets it bounce. He doesn't have a lot of people coming, so he's going to pick it up. Makes a move and is met and dropped. He lost more yards than he would have had if he just let it go.
Yeah, excellent job there. Bryson Klein was right on top of him. Corbin Klein was down there. That's what it takes. That's right there. I like to see that. That was good pursuit on the special teams. They didn't give up, and they broke down and found the balls. Too many times we've seen in the past that we're not breaking down and not making that pursuit. So that was definitely a nice look there from that special team coverage.
2:28 remaining. First down 10. Carlisle will start from the 21-yard line.
Looks like we're missing tackle. There they go. They slide over. So White in the center.
Good to you. Back to throw. Looking wide open is Henderson. No one is on this side of the field. He's going to run up near sideline. He's going to miss a tackler, and he's going to stay on his feet. Bryson Klein with the tackle, I think.
Yep, Bryson Klein.
He was wide open.
Yeah, Farmer was kind of putting a little bit of pressure on him. Couldn't get to him, but Bryson Klein actually took him out there.
Henderson's been getting him.
I can see his statistics are following him right into this game. That flat was wide open. I don't know if we had a miscommunication on this side between the linebacker and the cornerback, or?
Good U under center will hand this one off to Peckerin. Peckerin gets through a hole, spins away, and is still driving, and finally brought down. That might be a first.
Trenton Miller over there on that side, and Palmer Schulte with the tackle. Front line in there for the Tigers. Garrett James, Wilbur White, Sean Jackson, looks like. Defensive ends are Bryce, Nick Pop, and who's on the other side? Looks like Corbin Klein for the rush.
Handoff coming here near sideline. Goodyear breaking more tackles, and he's finally going to be driven out of bounds.
Safety Ethan Kirby comes up on that play. Had good pursuit by that Tiger defense. I'd like to see a little bit more of a swarm. There's no reason why one guy has to be making that play every time.
Peckerin walks into a tackler, and there'll be a third down upcoming.
Trent Miller, Corbin Klein over there on that far side of the field.
Third down. Handoff. Peckerin is tripped, but should be enough for the first down as he keeps on fighting.
He is just a strong runner. Boy, he had like 3 or 4 Tigers he was just dragging with him.
So first and goal from the 4. One minute left here in the first half. Good U under center. He's going to have 2 backs. Man in motion, handoff. Peckerin up the middle, and he is going to cross the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats.
One thing that I noticed on that offensive line, if you look when they get it set, they are a little bit lower than the Tiger defense, and their penetration off is always forward and out. It's never standing up. And when you have a little bit bigger guy like that in front of you, you usually get that momentum, and you can definitely drive him right up the field.
Snap. Kick is good. 28-3, 44 seconds left here in the first half. Grinnell trails Carlisle after jumping out to their 3-point lead in the first quarter. Carlisle will get ready to kick this one back to Grinnell.
Tigers definitely need to have a return here. The last couple times we've had balls that we just can't get the hands on. And it's not the fault of the person who's returning the ball. It's just awkward bounces by the football. And right now I think the best thing we could do is run up, catch the ball, and take it up the field.
This kick will be hit up again. Ethan Kirby will take it. Kirby hit And he almost lost the football there. Moved around for a little bit. Was able to hang on to it. And Grinnell might just take this thing up to halftime. 40 seconds left. Kaufman back in the game. Kaufman to the gun, 3 wide receivers. Drew, handoff, and that is met. Schulte doesn't even go down, didn't matter. He didn't get very far, half a minute left here.
Kind of give it the appearance of a little bit of a short halfback draw, but didn't have enough of a curl of the offensive line to let that defensive line run by. They just kind of sucked up and stopped them.
2nd down and 14 should be the last play of the half. Kaufman just hands off to Schulte up the middle. He busts through a hole and is hit hard. And that'll do it for the end of the first half. Carlisle leads Grinnell 28-3 here at halftime. And while we're here, let's take a look and read the seniors who are heading into the locker room here and we're on this field one last time. So, number 3, Ethan Kirby. Number 9, Trenton Miller. Number 14, Quade Pinkerton. Number 24, Palmer Schulte. Number 25, Wes Sabetka. Number 32, Bryson Klein. Number 34, Alex Farmer. Corbin Klein wears number 52. Ryan Klein wears number 59. Kevin Warner wears number 60. John Langerud wears number 65. Cody Currett wears 71. Eli Russell 72. 73 is Noah Havel. 74, Brett Clayton. And number 88, Nick Pop, or number 12 as he has been wearing. So that will do it for the end of the first half. Grinnell trails 28-3 over Carlisle. We'll be back for the second half. Well, welcome back, everybody, to the second half of action here at TT Cranny Field, home of the Grinnell Tigers. Been a pretty interesting game so far. Grinnell jumped out to a 3-0 lead in the second quarter. We were tied through one at 0. Grinnell was able to almost get a safety. They were able to almost return a punt return, but it was called back, and they settled for a field goal. But Carlisle has just outdone them, especially toward the end of the first half. Carlisle puts up 28 unanswered right now, and Tigers got to regroup.
Right now, I think you're just seeing Carlisle show their power of football. Coming in this game, they had a quarterback that had good passing yards. We've seen the passing yards. Pickering, excellent runner. And then I think their defense is starting to step up and show us that that's what they put up on the board is tackles, and they stop this Tiger offense. On the flip side, let's look at the good things the Tigers have done. The offensive line has dug in. The look of having 3 different quarterbacks out on the field, showing different types of options that Coach Shipley's thrown out there has definitely been a plus for them, because I think it took a little bit for Carlisle to figure out what they're going to do with that 3 different quarterbacks. Schulte is kind of the wild card. The guy could actually throw the ball. He could run the ball whenever he gets the option,
right,
and put some numbers up. So as we move forward, what did the Tigers learn from Carlisle? Can we actually make a difference, step up and stop that right-hand side that we get thrown at us all the time? For Carlisle, they're a tough running team, and we just need to be able to stop that side. Obviously, towards the end of the half there, our defensive line was starting to show a little fatigue. But I think that, take a break halftime, regroup, coordinators get down, take a look what they saw in their huddle, and see if we can't make some changes.
28-3. It's Friday the 13th. You can see anything happen tonight. I've seen times teams have come back from 28-3 last year. The Super Bowl, Falcons blew their 23-point lead to the Patriots. Patriots ended up winning in overtime. Anything can happen in this game. Let's see how the Tigers prevail. They will get the ball to start this half. What's the temperature we're looking at around here? Seems like it hasn't been too bad.
Holding right there at 56 degrees.
Yeah.
Winds even dropped down 6 miles an hour, 4 miles an hour, east-northeast. The thing I think we're seeing on the field right now is the humidity is about 97% in the air. 56% on your dew points, so you're definitely seeing a slight fog as you look across the field. It's not bad, but you can definitely tell the dampness is in the air.
All right, Carlisle will get ready to send this one deep. And this thing will be booted to the near sideline. This thing will be not picked up, and Grinnell does hop on it. Scores around the state. Ankeny Centennial in the third quarter leads Dowling Catholic, who's on the state's largest winning streak at 17. They're leading Dowling Catholic 22-19. That's the WHO game of the week. Dallas Thunder Grimes leads 28-7. There's a Strand back to pass. Wide open is Farmer, and couldn't get it to him. Threw a little bit too far down the right sideline. Waverly Shell Rock beating South Tama 29-8 at halftime. Newton losing to Valley by 3. Nothing around 3A. District 6. Here's a handoff to Schulte going right, cuts back up, and is dropped down.
Looked like he picked up about 3 or 4 yards on that carry.
Third down and 7.
Farmer Schulte's in as quarterback.
Schulte bringing Farmer in motion. Hand off to Farmer. He sweeps out and is met. We do have a flag down. Could be a holding.
Tigers put in 3 or 4 substitutions there on that front offensive line. I don't know if they're just trying to get a little bit more size or.
So the flag, I think, was holding. It was declined, so 4th down and 7, 4th down and 9. Strand's going to punt this one away here. This thing will be sent. Good punt. Henderson falls into his arms, cuts up field, and is breaking away, and he's still on his feet. Down the sidelines, Henderson breaks through a hole, and he's not going to be caught. Touchdown, Carlisle. What an effort.
Lack of breaking down, and that he kept his feet going. He didn't stop.
Impressive punt return. They've been good on all their field goals so far. Snap, kick is good. 35-3, 10:31 left. Carlisle leads Grinnell. Like we said, next week, Carlisle, as of right now, not saying, I mean, anything could happen, but Carlisle gets the win tonight. They would go to Norwalk next week. Norwalk takes on Nevada. Nevada played well, but I don't think they're going to beat Norwalk tonight, so you're going to have a tied for second, you know, not division title game. Pella's already got that locked up, but playoff spot is huge.
Yeah, I think these two are, it's going to be a good battle between them. From what we've seen, we saw Norwalk here earlier this year at home for the homecoming game, and watching Carlisle, I would say they're two teams that are pretty equally matched so far.
I think I'd still have to give Norwalk the advantage based on quarterback play. And, you know, Norwalk only lost to Pella by 7. Carlisle lost 45-21, so it could go either way. It's just Kirby takes that one to the 37-yard line, 35-3. Grinnell trails Carlisle with 10.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Farmer moves to the side. Strand fires over the top, and Farmer wasn't even looking for it.
Looked like Tanner was just getting a little bit pushed faster than what he wanted to get put on his backside. Farmer's asking the referee if there was a little bit of holding on him, and maybe that's what kept him from getting where he needed to be.
Strand under center, brings Farmer to the right. Hand off to Farmer, and he's not going anywhere. Drop down, and Carlisle's defense continues to be the problem.
Carlisle's defensive end and tackle are just doing actually a superior job on that far side of the field. Linebackers are talking to them, and they're just knowing how to spread out and which person they're going to take.
Third down at 16. Grinnell on their own 32. 9:45 are left. Strand just takes it himself. He's got speed. He's going to try to get around the edge, and he does. He gets a good block. Still upfield, and that is a first down, but there's a flag all the way back down here. He's a fast guy.
He is. He has some wheels underneath him. Looks like it's coming back, a holding on Tigers' offensive line. We've seen that in the past on, past home games, that when Tanner actually gets out and around, he could turn his legs on and get going. And definitely, I think he was a little stronger match than what Carlisle thought was coming around the outside. Right now, we're just kind of going back. We found, went from a positive gain of 21 to a loss of 10 on that play.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty good run considering the circumstance. Now you get third down and 26 from the 22-yard line. Strand is still the quarterback. He sits under center here. Strand, and that thing is almost picked off. That's a bounce, and that's incomplete.
Definitely had forward motion. It was a block pass, so no gain there. Let's get the ball punted out of there.
So fourth down and 26. Grinnell will punt this one back. Strand boots this one deep. I gotta admit, he's got a good leg. Henderson can't hang on to it. He finally does pick it up, and he can't be brought down. He's a big guy. He gets a good block. He's headed up to their side of the field. He already returned one tonight. He's breaking tackles. We got a flag down. He's finally driven down by Bryson Klein, but we got a flag all the way back here at the 49.
Well, I hate to say it, it took about 3 blocks in the back before this official actually threw a flag, and you just can't let that go. Players get hurt, and
so this puts Carlisle back a little ways.
Tiger defense lining up Warner in there, White, and Jackson. Pop and Klein are your defensive ends.
First down to 10 from the 40. Goodhue hands off to Pickering. Pickering is fighting, still on his feet, and he's finally brought down for about a gain of 8.
Corbin Klein and 63 Quade Pinkerton. Warner on the tackle.
Second down and 3 on the 48. 8:16 left. Carlisle leads Grinnell 35-3. Goodhue hands off. Smith gets a hole, and Smith is off into the secondary. He's racing down the left side of the field. Kirby can't bring him down, and Smith's still running. Trent Miller can't bring him down. He's gone. Touchdown, Carlisle. Well, when you got 2 talented running backs, you're going to make those sort of plays.
You know, most teams are fortunate to have one tailback run the ball, but they definitely are complimented by having 2 people plus a quarterback in the backfield that they could run the ball and pass the ball and catch the ball. Definitely impressed with Henderson on his receiving skills and the way he could return.
8 minutes left here. Kick is up and good. 42-3. Carlisle leads Grinnell with 8 minutes left. Carlisle will need to score one more time if we see continuous clock, because it's 45 points.
Well, it gets to be a tough part of the ball game. Coach Shipley, I saw him come out on the field. He's trying to get his hand cranked up, motivate those kids a little bit, but when you're going against a powerhouse running team like we're seeing tonight, it brings the team down. And I think from his standpoint is being positive and speaking positive words. You can't get on top of them and beat them up anymore. You got to keep pushing them up, compliment them on the good things that they are doing, and make a better team out of them.
Next week, Grinnell plays their last game of the season against the team that they won against last year for their only win of the year, against Knoxville, in Knoxville. 8 minutes left. Carlisle will kick this one back to Grinnell. Here's the kick, sent deep. Farmer has it. Breaks a few tackles, and Farmer cuts outside. He's got some speed. Farmer heading up the near sideline, stiff arm, still trying to get there, and he's finally pushed out of bounds, and we got a flag.
Yeah, I think we got a late hit out of bounds. There's no Tiger around, so we might even add another 10 or 15 on top of that. You gotta be kidding me. They're going to call face mask on Alex Farmer when he's stiff-armed. I think.
Maybe. And it is.
That is something you do not see very often.
Because if he's going for the stiff arm, you're going after to hit everything or anything that you got. So, interesting.
Well, Friday the 13th has definitely haunted us right here.
They're still talking about it. 6:43 left in the third quarter. As they're still waiting on stuff, trying to figure stuff out.
Well, we must be on continuous clock because the clock's been
Yeah,
running the whole time we've been trying to figure this thing out.
Kaufman back to throw, under pressure. Fires this one over the middle, and this is going to be incomplete. And it is continuous clock, so I guess they're not going off of the 45-point rule because it's only a 39-point game. So I guess they're just going if they're over 40 points.
Well, you're right.
Because the state rule says 30 or 45 points in the second half. And this is not a 45-point game. It wouldn't even be 45 if Grinnell still hadn't scored, so interesting. Second down 10, Kaufman. Shotgun, back to throw, looking, hit as he threw. Ball's up in the air for anyone to come get, and it's going to fall incomplete. Drew's taking some hits.
I think tomorrow morning when Drew wakes up, he'll definitely feel a couple of these hits have been put on him.
Yeah, he has been knocked around tonight. And Grinnell wants a timeout. .441 here out of the timeout. Grinnell trails Carlisle 42-3. Here's Kaufman on second down at 10. Play fake outside. This is going to be behind Farmer, but he hangs on to it. Swarmed by defenders, and he's down.
Have a little quick out screen pass off the right-hand side or the far side of the field towards Grinnell.
What was the flag on? So it's a 15-yard penalty. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I didn't see what the signal was, and I couldn't hear it from across the way either.
Third down and 25. Or fourth down and 25.
If Tanner's going to get off a good punt, this is the time to do it.
For some reason, another timeout here.
Being 4th and 25, I can't really see throwing much of a trick play out there. Unless it's more the point of just trying to get that pat or punt coverage once they get the ball off and get down the field so they don't break down and let one go. Tanner's actually had some pretty good punts tonight.
Yeah, he has.
A little bit of crosswind going against him, but that last punt he had was almost a 51-yarder. In fact, it was over Henderson's head for a minute.
Australian punt down the sideline. Henderson. That's not Henderson. He's going down the sidelines, whoever it is, and he's going to be down. That is number 19, Nate Mortimer.
Primarily, he's looks like plays linebacker. Does have a couple catches for touchdowns this year and a couple interceptions, so not unfamiliar putting his hands on the ball and running.
First down and 10, they'll have the ball at the 26-yard line. We do have a flag. Like we said.
Good luck came our way there.
Yeah, yeah. Continuous clock here at TT Cranny. Pick this game up a little bit more. We'll be done sooner than usual. Handoff. And driven down. Quarterback is the junior Taylor Futrell. I'm going to say Futrell, maybe.
Yeah, I would say. Nick Pop in there on the stop.
One minute left here in the third. Handoff again, and that is going to be a gain of about 2.
Trenton Miller in there. Number 50, I don't have on my sheet, and on the stop.
Third down and 5. Another handoff. That might be a first. And it is. First down and 10 for the Wildcats, and that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. We're headed to the fourth. Continuous clock continues on. Grinnell trails Carlisle 42-3 at the end of the third.
Pretty good set of downs there for the Tigers. Granted that Carlisle's went ahead and put some of their second or third team people in, but well, they play pretty strong. We saw that in the past against Norwalk and when we went to Pella. That
So, welcome to the fourth quarter. 42-3, Grinnell trails Carlisle. 12 minutes left here on senior night. Continuous clock will be our match the rest of the way.
it looks like Coach Shipley's starting to rotate some of the seniors in. Number 72, Eli Russell's in the ball game.
carry up the middle there.
Good swarm. Schultze, Trenton Miller, Jackson in on the stop.
Second down at 5. Handoff middle, and once again met, but he keeps on fighting forward. And that's enough for a first down.
Number 12, Nick Pop in there on the stop. '59 Ryan Klein in there also. You know, coming into this game, it's senior night. I think a lot of people had different expectations on how this team was going to play this year, or what the difference was. And I think Coach Shipley, I heard him talk a couple different times that it's all about the heart of this team, being part of a rebuilding group, as such the last couple of years are. You're not going to change everything with just a coach walking in the door. But I think this group of seniors that we have out here on the field definitely show that. I mean, we're here, you're down a few points, and they're not stopping. They're playing a good, solid ball game to the end.
Seniors have been through the winning times, the losing times. They've been through the tough losses. They've been through the great victories. You know, some of them say that their favorite win came this year, you know. And for a team that in the past 2 years has only won 2 games, you know, you take these wins for a huge, huge part. And that win against North Polk really showed that Grinnell still has it. It's very apparent that our student section is one of the best that we have in the, you know, district. I've gone to...
One thing I like right there is here you're getting beat up, and you got a junior that steps up, Wyatt Dillon right there, makes a single solo tackle from the safety position. That tells me that this team's not giving up. We're still playing all the way to the end of the ball game, and that's what I like to see. I think from that coaching staff sitting over there like that too. You just don't roll over and give up. You play all the way to the end of the game.
And that's the other thing that, you know, the future looks bright for this Tiger team. You know, this year you could consider a rebuilding year like last year was, but from what we saw in that freshman game and from what we're seeing in backups, you know, this year, the Tigers can be a good team next year.
Right, and right now there's still a lot of juniors that are out there playing.
Right.
I mean, we got a lot of juniors that are playing. We got a couple sophomores that switch in and out. We know that we have a pretty strong freshman team coming up. Granted, there is a big difference between going from freshman to varsity. But I think there is a few that could do it. And if they continue to build like they did, I was very impressed with the team building activities that Coach Shipley did over the summer. And I think that just shows unity within the team. And if you could bring these kids together and even add some more kids that may be out that not necessarily playing the ball game, you're going to build a better team, and that's what it's going to take. Because you can't just have 30 kids on the sideline playing this ball game. I mean, we need to have numbers, because if you don't have the numbers to practice against each other in practice, you're never going to have any competition built within, and you're not going to succeed.
That D-line also, Sean and Wilbur. Granted, they come back next year, which
and
I
Garrett.
assume they will.
So
yeah.
I mean, really, you're looking
that D-line
that
could get stronger
line.
as it is. We saw in these freshman game that, you know, Cameron Stevenson, a terrific lineman. They definitely have, like you said, talent where it is.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, some of those, you're looking at a pretty meaty defensive line. I like that blocks it up, and maybe you take Garrett James and possibly bump him out to play a defensive end. I think he definitely has the talent to do that.
Right. Carlisle looking to score here. once again. Not going to get in. Six and a half minutes to go here. Handoff, or quarterback keeper actually. Not going to go anywhere.
Good job on that far left-hand side or the far side of the field. Really stopped it up. Looked like Wilbur White kind of plugged up that side of the line. And
.542 left. 42-3. Carlisle leads over Grinnell. Let's see if we can get some scores updated here for you around the state. And the ball was fumbled.
The ball's out.
Picked up. And I think Carlisle got the ball back, or did Grinnell get the ball back? Ball was recovered. So the ball was fumbled, picked up, Schulte grabbed it, and then fumbled, and the Wildcats get a fresh set of downs. If that tells you how this game has gone, I don't know what does. It's been a rough night. Big upset. Dowling Catholic's winning streak is over. Ankeny Centennial stuns Dowling Catholic 22-19 on the road. Centennial gets a huge win, and there will be a new #1 by next weekend.
Good stop there, Wilbur White. Alex Farmer popped in on that one.
Carlisle's quarterback on the run, and did he get in? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Carlisle.
Joey Donovan on the carry for the
Pella defeats
Wildcats.
North Polk 41-0. Kick is up and good. 49-3. Carlisle leads over Grinnell.
That continuous clock. We're at 3:36 left in the ball game already.
Yeah, we are flying through this fourth quarter. So like I said, Grinnell will take on Knoxville next week in Knoxville. We won't be there to cover the game, but I do want to say thank you to Coach Shipley for allowing myself and my dad to be up here and do these games. We weren't able to do every single one of them. We figured out after South Tama that the road conditions may not be the best, but we've definitely gone through a lot, and we definitely thank everyone for the support, and it's been fun.
Yeah, it's been a great year. If you're out there, chime in on the YouTube, put a comment or two, something you like or dislike. We're not going to make everybody happy, but it's something that we do enjoy doing. And, hopefully we come back next year in the football season. Our goal is to do every home game, and we're even going to extend this over into do a few of even the home basketball games too.
Yeah. The boys basketball team almost made it to state last year, 3 points away from beating Pella, almost went to state. And then our girls basketball team went to state last year. Obviously the heartbreaker in the first round, but who beat Carlisle. But they look good again this year, and I can tell you right now they will be a good basketball team this year. And we'll definitely keep up with them and do some of their games. And we'll hope to do them on YouTube. We'll have better Wi-Fi connection inside the gym, but
yeah, if you want to go ahead and just save this channel or subscribe to the channel, we'll put updates out. And I think Sports AD Chris Kaufman, thanks again to him. He's definitely been a huge contributor to setting us up with the equipment to do this, and we'll post it either on the Grinnell Tiger website or the Twitter site, so everyone knows when things are going on, and we'll usually share the link out too. So
yes, it's been a blast doing it this year. Obviously Grinnell not had the season we'd hoped for, but I can tell you right now that North Polk game will be a game I will not forget. That was so much fun to do, so fun to be a part of, and very proud of what Grinnell's been able to accomplish this season. It's been fun to go along the journey with them and fun to watch them every single week. And it's been a tough road, but I do see a bright future for this Grinnell team, and I guarantee in the next 10 years we'll see this team back at the Dome competing for a state title. It just takes time. You got to trust the process when it comes to sports. And
well, earlier you mentioned that for these seniors, they're probably their proudest moment was coming down to that North Polk double overtime win. And as you can look back at the Bads, that win is going to overpower everything the rest of their lives, that they're going to remember that they won a double overtime game. And
right.
That's a win. That's a big win. You have wins that you could win 45 points, but to turn it over and say that we dug out in the trenches and we beat that other team like that in a double overtime, that's something to definitely be proud about.
Right. One minute remaining. Reverse to Farmer. Farmer cutting upfield. Breaks a tackle, gets down for about a 5-yard gain. This will bring up 2nd down and 5. As the clock will keep ticking down here. So Grinnell's just going to come up short tonight. At least they can say they led. It was 3-0 at one point. Grinnell led over this team, but nonetheless, they're going to fall short tonight. And Strand will be back to throw here. He's under pressure and he's sacked. And that'll do it here from senior night. Grinnell falls to Carlisle. 49-3 is your final score from TT Cranny. We thank you for joining us all this football season. We hope you've enjoyed. Leave a like on the YouTube video. Don't forget to subscribe. And we'll see you back for the basketball season here in about a month. As for my partner, Dan Walker, and myself, Blake Walker, I'm signing off for this football season. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for supporting us. And we will see you in the basketball season. And we will see you next season. Go Tiger football.